Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty of others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like GMG. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the answer, and take your friends and them, can and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the chosen haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Listen, pause, no diddy. I was swallowing some water. It went down the wrong way like, hold up. But guess what? Anywho, anyway, it's your boy Big Phil Speaks. And this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself and this good GMG, Good Morning Gang. Listen, how you feeling on this Monday morning? November the 4th, that is, 2024. You better be blessed, because you are blessed, because you're amongst those that can see and hear this situation and do some things with your life today, huh? So why not make it the best day ever? But while you at it, plan, plot, and strategize, so that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, that you make it an even better day than today. That part, huh? Y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you're getting off for work, getting ready for work, out of work, looking for work, listen, or looking over next to you in bed at your boo-boo bun thing, insignificant or significant other and or spouse, and ready to put in work. The Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you ready. Listen. Hey, before I do the roll call for all y'all, let me do this disclaimer real quick. Warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, whatever, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material and the creation of a new work for purposes including, but not limited to, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture. That pirates. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, before I do the roll call, do your boy a favor. Hit that thumbs up for me. Book up. And if you're new to the channel, in situation, hit that subscribe button. Book up. More importantly, while you at it, hit that notification bell like this right here. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops, whenever Feel the Love Fridays drop, or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel like that there. Most importantly, make sure when you hit the notification bell, you hit the all so you can get all the notifications. Because you know sometimes it's like IG, YouTube would tamp down on how much or how many people that they push the notification out that we're live here on the good GMG. So if you put all, you'll be amongst the first to know whenever this show or anything else drops. That part. And it don't cost you Nathan. What? It don't cost you Nathan. What? I said it don't cost you Nathan. What? Yeah, baby. We in the building, huh? Hey, Nilly, Tim, Jen, ACC, come on over to the good YouTube channel right there. Listen, who we got in the building, huh? Nephew Papa True Guns is in the building. Crack Baby, Trick Baby, Crack Baby is in here. Hold on, let me make sure I did what I was supposed to do with, Hold up. Come on now, Cletus. Hurry, Cletus. Oh, yeah, good, I got him right. Pause, no diddy. Okay, who else we got in the building? Miss A Block, 1/3 of that good HR team, and the first lady of the HR team is in the building. Connie Baptiste is in the building. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Who else is in here? Bree is in the place to be. Vino Diva from that good west side, the Yay area. She's in here extra early. You feel me? Huh? Who else we got in here? Favorite Danny, Grand Rising. Happy Marvelous Monday. And it is, indeed it is. Huh? Listen, who else we got in the building? Jeannie Miles, good morning to you. You be killing me with this teacher Phil stuff. Made me sound like I'm a grand master in a kung fu at a Shaolin temple or something. Damn it. Who else we got in here? LPZ GMG, we in the building. Vader Weight Beats is in the building. Salute. The Berg, he's in here. Grand Rising. Lady Cosanita, she's in the building, huh? Who else we got in here? Cotton Candy, Miss Kathy, good morning. Uh-oh, Shawnette Bridges, she's in here. I see you. She's in the building. Good morning to ye. Who else we got in here before we get this party started? Harlem History, Grand Rising to the chat. What's goody like the mob, huh? Polo Dolo riding solo from Kansas City, Missouri is in the building. What? Who else we got in here? Do. Sexy Sugar Mama, she's in the building. Good morning. Tina B. Marie, she's in the building. Good morning to ye. Rich is in the building. Salute, brethren. I hope all is well. Rashad Houston, the home team. GMG and any other affiliation that man got. He's good money over here. You feel me? Listen, I think I'm about done. I think I'm about caught up, or maybe I'm not. Music for God, too. Good morning, darling. She's in the building. Huh? Who else? We get Jay Pierce. Good morning to ye, Jay. Welcome. Dana Mack from that good Alabama way is in the building. Bryson, what's goody like the mob? Salute. Not calling me show enough. That's brazy. How you know me? It's in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Huh? Listen, it's truly yours. True religion is that OTA Finago. Come on over to the good YouTube. Brad Chad, come on over. Listen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. D Blade from that good H Town is in the building, huh? Listen, today we got a lot to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. Rest in peace to a music icon and legend, Quincy Jones. I don't know why I got that up there twice. Taxes on taxes on taxes. America first, huh? And then Ask GMG. We gonna talk about some things, huh? Vino Diva, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen. Da-da-da-da. Let me go back to this scene. Let me go back to this scene here. Ah, man. Sharonda Love T, good morning to ye. Come on over to the YouTube. Why don't you, huh? This morning I woke up hella early. I woke up about like 3 something. Pardon me, excuse me, and woke up like I was up, right? Now I'm starting to feel it as it's starting to wear down. It's like you should have stayed your ass asleep. But I'm goody like the mob. When I woke up, I got a notification. You know, I perused the little IG street, see if there's any little last minute news to talk about on the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. And I saw a post. I saw a post that one of our legends, one of our musical icons, has passed on. He has moved on into the afterlife at a nice lived age of 91 years old. Speaking about none other than Quincy Jones. His accolades run so deep, pause, no diddy. His award room has to be like a museum packed with all kinds of awards, trophies, plaques, you name it. He's one of them ones. He's brought you some of the superstars that you fell in love with throughout the years and help influence other superstars, producers, arrangers, composers, and the like. Hey, Sharonda Bradford. I said, Lord. Hey, Creole Cupcake. Good morning to ye. Crimson Tide, what's goody like the mob? I see you. It broke my heart. BB, she's in the place to be. J-Man, what's upper? Broke my heart, but then again, I look at it like it's a part of the life we live. We, as shortly as we are one day birthed into this world, one day we must leave this world. And what the goal should be for everyone is making one awesome mark on this world so that your name, your legacy lives on beyond your years. And Quincy Jones was definitely one of them ones whose name will live on for as long as this earth is in rotation and that there's people upon this planet. You feel me? Diggs, by the way, what's goody like the mob? Salute. I was like, damn. It kind of brings a lot of things full circle or whatever the case may be. And if y'all don't know who Quincy Jones has worked with or brought before your eyes and helped discover and help blossom and grow, I'm gonna just give you one name for example, Michael Jackson. That's all I need to say right there. I ain't got to say nobody else. He brung you some of the greatest creations of Michael Jackson, huh? Help hone him into being the superstar that he is. Hey, Tiffany, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Keisha, I see you. Good morning. Stop capping, everything dead. Everything is well. Everything is well. Quincy Jones, man, like I said, I could go on and on. It will go well beyond this 2 hour show to give that man his proper due. You feel me? I want y'all to listen to some words from out of his mouth. About six years ago, he this was recorded in an interview. But I think it can apply to your life today. Check it out. Let me know what you think, huh?
The best advice I ever got was from Nadia Boulanger in 1957. She said, your music will never be more or less than you are a human being. So I started to work on the human being. I'm discovering a lot of things about myself, and I'm trying now for the last 2 years to get all of the negative thoughts out of my body. Grudges, no more anger. It's a waste of time. And Mark Twain's words just overwhelm me. Anger is an acid which does more harm to the vessel in which it's stored than anything on which it's poured. And isn't it amazing to get to 85 to figure that out? It's pretty ridiculous, but you learn it from mistakes.
Listen, I want a moment of silence for a musical legend and icon, none other than Quincy Jones. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My prayers, my prayers and condolences go out to his family and friends, business partners and associates, fellow musicians, and every ear, heart, soul, and mind that has been impacted in some capacity by his musical prowess and his legendary activities that he's done throughout his lifetime. But namely, I wanna give condolences and prayers to his 7 children: Rashida, Kidada, Quincy Jones, aka QD3, Jolie, Martina, Kenya, and Rochelle Jones. Your family is in our prayers. And listen, Quincy Jones, job well done. Go on and rest up, my brother. Your legacy and memory will live on well beyond even my soul. You feel me? DC Mumbo Sauce is in the building. Good morning to ye. Charlie Hustle is in here. Mel Page, salute. That's a fact, Rich. I'll be sure son Quincy was named after Quincy Jones. That's a fact. 20 bandana, salute. Frank Murphy, you tried it. You said you about to go do some yoga. BB out here trying to do downward dog and all them things. Girl, you better sit on down. Listen. But ladies and gentlemen, do yourself the honor of researching Quincy Jones. If you don't know anything about him or you just know a smidgen about him, get to understand and know the history of that man. and how deep it pause and how far back he goes in our culture, in music, in black music, in television, etc., etc. Get to know and understand the man Quincy Jones, huh? The myth and the legend, huh? J-Man, the messy one of the HR team is in the building. I see, and Des indeed, the other third of the HR team. J-Man, I see you came in here talking smack about my Cowboys. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We'll be back like cook crack. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know what the hell is going on with my team, but god damn it. Could it all be so simple? You hear me? But the Cowboys rather make it hard. Pause. Phil, when you got a second, send me a video. I can save and repost on my story for them. Okay, I got you. I got you. But you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle. Mm-mm-mm. And we both end up with scars. Hey, I don't know which one of these stories I should do first. I think I should get it out the way because it's gonna piss some people off. I know it kind of pissed me off, and we definitely need to make sure that it's being shared and that people are aware of this story. It's a wicked one indeed, as far as I'm concerned. It's about a brother named Tremaine White in Mississippi. Tremaine White in Mississippi. Y'all check this out.
This is Tremaine White. He's a father, a truck driver. He went to a local tire shop down in Liberty, Mississippi, where he got his tires changed, paid for them, and left a tip. From looking, this is the tire shop at the area that he was in, down there in Liberty, Mississippi on Main Street. Tremaine proceeded to go have lunch at a local diner. However, the tire shop owner, the place I just showed you, they called the police claiming that Tremaine had poured something white on the grass, which was later confirmed to be a white paper towel. But yet, they called the police, and they knew what was going to happen. Now, without cause, no questioning, no explanation, anything, the police approached Mr. White, and they violently arrested him at the Moose store. This is where they began beating on him and tasing him. Then they handcuffed and shackled him. Then took him to the local jail. There are plenty of cameras out here, plenty. All right, so we need those cameras. We need to see the footage off of every single bit of that. Now, the good people over there at the Moose store ended up contacting Tremaine's mother. Yes, she went down to the jail, saw her son, and he looked horrible. He looked horrible, the way they put their hands on him, and he looked tired. And he told her, quote, "They're going to unalive me, mama." Now, his mother tried several times to find out what his charges were, and there were none. I even went and looked up to see what charges were on him. He's not even in the system. Later that night, Tremaine was unalived. He was unalived over at this sheriff's jail, Amite County. He has a lot of questions that need to be answered ASAP. Tremaine had no prior arrest. He's never been in trouble. He was a provider for his daughter. And we demand that the DOJ and the FBI step in. They need to step in and arrest the sheriff and the deputies who unalived Mr. Tremaine. And they also need to arrest that tire store owner who made that fake police call. They need to arrest that person. Like I said, I'm not for sure if that was the Freeman's Tire and Accessory Shop, because that's the only one that I saw on Main Street. And the really sad thing about it is, you can't even find this story on no news station. You can't find any newspaper articles or anything down there in Liberty, Mississippi. Sheriff Tim Rawton, we get ready to make a lot of noise, a whole lot of noise. I want everybody to share this, boost this. We're going to cry aloud until we see justice done. Justice includes holding them accountable, arrest made, and being convicted.
Man, listen, there's still them towns, there are still them cities in 2024 where you thinking your metropolis and your urban cities that the police ain't acting right. As you can see from this story, brother was doing all the right things and still they treated him like dirt. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. She's in the building. Riri Lochster, what's goody like the mob? Justin Show, I see you. Phil, don't skip over my Kansas City. That's hate. All of y'all are hating this morning. Washington is definitely taking the league by surprise. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let me see. Hey, Jazzy, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. You said the name is too close to home? Wow. This is my first time hearing of it. This is sad and unnecessary. That's a fact. And what's a shame is that it's 2024 and things like this still take place. Things like this still take place. That's why it's so imperative that you all get the hell up, get out and do something, namely vote. If you haven't done so as of yet, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day to cast your vote for whomever you see fit. Just be able and just be willing to live with the choices that you choose, period. I have my choice. I believe my choice is the most common, the one with the most common sense to it. But they say common sense ain't always common, huh? Listen. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button for your boy. Justice Show in that part right there. And they want police to have full immunity. In that situation like that, those officers, the sheriff, the store owner to that parts shop or whatever it is, automotive place, should all be brought to justice and dealt with. Hey, Fedora, come on over to the good YouTube. Trixon, what's good? Them Eagles, huh? Absolutely. Should all be brought to justice. And Vino, that's what it seemed like. They all so jealous of us, and why? We just be chilling, minding our business. That's a fact. It is sad. Good morning, good morning to ye. He told his mom they was going to unalive him, and then he passed away. Ain't that sad? Ain't that sad? And if you don't vote, then hush up when Ish goes left. That part right there. So sad. I'm sending prayers and condolences to his mother and his entire family. That part. And I think that you all, it's all over YouTube and on TikTok. So you should be able to find this video somewhere. I might post it on my page. Matter of fact, I am going to post it on my page later on today. Take and share it. Take and share it. I think the word needs to get out. As a matter of fact, I think it's on Attorney Ben Crump's page too already. So you could take and share it and get the word out a little bit more, because it could be your family, could be my family, could be any of our family. And what would we want if it hit us close to home like that? Pause. What would we want to happen? We would want justice. So share this for our fellow brothers, sisters in that family down there in Mississippi who are dealing with this travesty, and the fact that they ain't been saying nothing about it, and the fact sound like they didn't even have him fully in the system as being arrested too. That within itself should garner a federal probe, a federal investigation. FBI, get your ass down there to Mississippi and investigate this situation. Michelangelo, GMG, TKBS Nation. Listen. Yes, it could definitely knock at your front door. And how would you answer it, huh? What would you do, or what would you want to happen? You would want people to investigate that and be on the heels and the bumpers of the sheriff, the police, and that damn automotive shop. ASAP like Rocky. So even though it's not your family, act like it is your family, huh? And push that out there. Shiesty, what's good? Subtle Thoughts, what's good? Mysteriously, some video will turn into only cameras was up but not record. Man, listen, that's a fact, Riri, because they the ones when you got a town that got a crooked police force, sheriff department, or whatever the case may be. That's your only other recourse, because one, it sounds like beyond beyond it being police brutality, it sounds like a hate crime. It sounds like a race crime. It sounds like a race crime and a hate crime. And in those instances, the FBI comes in to investigate those things. That's a fact. That business owner should be charged for placing a fake call. That part. Huh? Peep scheme, wagwan, brethren. No, not internal affairs. Places like that don't really have no internal affairs, Riri. The sheriff departments. Now, if you got a police department, and especially in a metropolis or urban, like in a big city, yeah, they normally have an internal affairs department. But in places like that, they ain't got no damn internal affairs. The damn police, the sheriff is the damn internal affairs. And if he with whatever program they got going on, then ain't nothing else gonna happen about it. That's a fact. But anywho, moving on, I had to get that out there and get that out the way because that one is a triggering story. That one right there is a triggering story. This right here, this young old fella, you mean to tell me they can't distinguish between a solid and a liquid to confuse a paper towel with a liquid substance? How dumb. That's a fact. That's a fact. This next little tidbit of story I thought would be rather interesting because there are questions as to why some of these high rises are not all packed out. You know, you think that it's bought up or whatever the case may be, but you don't never see no people coming out of these high rise condos and high rise apartments and luxury buildings. Well, this story will kind of let you know what's going on there. Take a look at it.
Now here's another thing. So why in New York City there are buildings, high-end buildings that they build, right? Like where the apartments go for $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, $50 million, right? They're 80% empty. Do you know why they're 80% empty? And why there's so much real estate in this country with high-end that's totally empty? Because people from China, Russia, South America who are doing nefarious stuff, they'll buy an apartment, they'll buy a flat in London for $140 million. You go, what, $140 million? Who would ever live there? They don't live there. They don't rent it either because then they can't call it as an asset.
Investment.
Now what you do is this. You take that $140 million flat and you borrow against it. So now you take that money and you put it in the stock market, and that's how you wash your money, baby.
Whoa.
Yes. So now in the government,
that's how you wash your money.
Yes, but it fucks everybody else up in the high.
You are in the dark arts.
That's from this book.
Jesus.
From A Hacker's Mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. What a dirty business.
Brian Callen.
Hey, Sabrina C. I see you in the building. Good morning. Listen, crazy to spend that much money on a damn apartment, buy a home. Listen, it's a method to their madness, though. Like the gentleman said, it's a method to the madness, and unfortunately, it goes on a lot of time. More often than you would think, and not just in apartments like that. They buy other properties. They buy houses in residential neighborhoods the same way and do the exact same thing. Understand something. It's a big business. It's a big business in what they're doing. And one, it's got a lot of people upset, but two, don't nobody really complain about it because some of your favorites are doing it too. I'm just gonna leave that there. And I'm moving on. That's why it shouldn't be legal for those people to come to our country and capitalize. But listen, our country was founded on them principles, Jazzy. Unfortunately, Vader Wait, what's goody like the mob? Vibes with Key. Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Now, a flat I'd buy. I love the open space. I know that's right. Real estate is serious business. That's a fact of Mundo. Jazz sound like she about to go buy some property. You feel me? Good morning. But we off that. We on to the next. I just thought that was very interesting. Now, the next one, your boy, Bill Gates, the billionaire, the Yakub of our time, the wicked scientist of our time. King Skill, salute. They looking for him. They are looking for him. This country is subpoenaing him to come forth. They got some questions that need some answering. I've heard in a couple countries in Africa, they looking for that man's head. Pause. We'll talk about it in a second, but y'all watch this right here.
Is justice going to be served? When I first heard this news, honestly, I wasn't sure if it was real or not, but I guess it is real. Have a listen.
Bill Gates, who was one of the leaders, the lead figures behind this global rollout, country after country, right? And who invested in these vaccines and who bribed the media in Britain. He bribed the BBC, he bribed The Guardian, he bribed NPR, he bribed every major legacy news outlet with millions of dollars from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to, quote, overcome vaccine hesitancy. Well, the Netherlands has a new government. They're a conservative government, but they are bringing him to trial. They've subpoenaed him for criminal activity in relation to pushing the COVID vaccine. And he's going to be, held accountable in Britain. That's just the beginning. As Dr. King says, the arc of justice bends slowly. I'm not getting the exact quote right, but basically justice takes a while, but you get there. The arc of the universe bends toward justice. Bends slowly, but it bends toward justice. That's it.
Man, listen. That's right. Wicked scientist is him. That's right, Riri Yakub. For those of y'all that know who Yakub was or supposed to have been, then y'all know exactly of whom and what I'm speaking of. But the wicked scientist, Mr. Bill Gates himself, Mr. IBM originally, who got pushed off of that company, but he pushed a lot of these vaccines on tribes in Africa, in villages in Africa, and wiped out, allegedly. Hold on, let me put this up here. Allegedly has wiped out, if not all, like total villages, put a heavy dent in the numbers of the villages and tribes to which he put these vaccines in their communities or whatever. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that we don't hear more of these things. But it's one of the reasons why I believe he's no longer in the United States, though. We all talking about Diddy and this one leaving and absconding and going to other countries. Bill Gates has been left. He might be back and forth. He might come back and forth, but the brother is out here doing dastardly work. And him, along with others, allegedly, like Elon Musk, y'all better be on the lookout for them. I know y'all look up to them. Oh, they billionaires, they billionaires. They got that money, and I want to be like them. Listen, you might want to be like them in some aspects, far as some of their business acumen, but shit like that, the wicked shit and the other stuff, you don't want no parts of that. You don't want no parts of that at all. Fact check. Bill Gates was not indicted in the Netherlands. Nobody said he was indicted, psycho bandit. Fact check that one. A Dutch court ruling that it has jurisdiction to hear civil claims against Bill Gates regarding COVID vaccines has been mischaracterized on social media as him being indicted. Listen, psycho bandit, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses for that man. That man got enough money to defend himself. He got enough money to defend himself. And the fact that I don't know what racial background you have, psycho bandit, but the fact that he's wreaking havoc on the motherland or has wreaked havoc, and there's a few countries that are looking for him, says a lot to me. Say, it's not me, it's Reuters. I get it. But nobody said that in this article that I just played, did they? Nobody said that in this article. But anyway, it's those individuals who think they're untouchable, that their lawyers are above the system. That's a fact. Psycho bandit, do your due diligence as well. Because you up here, sounds like you're caping for the wrong individual. But have at it. It's your choice. It's your choice. Anyway, moving on with the moving on, ladies and gentlemen. This next part has to deal with what tomorrow is about, the election, and putting people in office and in place that should be in place, not a popularity contest, not because somebody says a good joke or looks good or there's a possibility of some stimuluses or any other bullshit or bull crap, but the substance of one's character should be taken into account when you go to the polls and vote. If you have not done so as of yet, if you have not gone to the polls to vote as of yet, you need to go do your due diligence, not just for the presidential race, but look all up and down the ticket, back and forth on the ballot, and get to know who the individuals are that are running and vote to the best of your ability, what's best for your community, what's best for our nation, huh? Listen, and for all of y'all thinking that y'all gonna get these tax breaks and tax cuts and all these things because you're an entrepreneur, Negro, and you think that Trump got your best interest at heart, I'm gonna play something in a second. Hey, Established, I see you. That part right there, Established, said Bill Gates has been buying up land all over this country and doing all that he can to rid our country's farmers from planting crops and producing wholesome foods. Keywords: wholesome food. They trying to get you stuck on the GMO food, the genetically modified organism food, huh? The man's a devil. Wake up. Good morning, all. Cassie, good morning, Cassie. Listen. A lot of people ain't rich supposedly like him. But guess what, y'all? Hey, I am Melanie Moan. Come on over to, was it Melanie Monet? Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Listen, I want y'all to listen to this man break down the differences between Kamala Harris's tax plan as opposed to Donald Trump's tax plan, passed when he was in office, and what he would like to do if he was to get back in office. I want y'all to check this out. And then do your due diligence, as Psycho Bandit said. Do your own due diligence and see what's real and see what's not real and see what's best for you and yours. Listen.
Whose tax plan is better for the average American family, Trump or Harris? We're going to actually run the numbers and find out. We're going to use census data to build the average American family, and then we're going to apply each tax code to that family and see who they're going to do better with. Talking points are one thing, but data is another. So let's use the data we have and actually just do the math. Okay, first let's establish how much this family makes. And 2022 is the last time we had this data from the Census Bureau, so we're going to use that. And right here it's just under $75,000. We're going to round up to $75,000. The latest data from 2023 shows that each household has an average of 1.94 kids. We're going to round that up to 2. So this is a family that has 2 children and makes $75,000 a year. And to be fair, I'm going to stack the deck against Kamala Harris here. She has a child tax credit structure where if you have a newborn child, the first year of their life, you get the $6,000 child tax credit. Then from ages 1 to 5, it's $3,600. And then 5 to 17, it's $3,000. We're going to make both these kids between 5 and 17 so we don't stack the deck in Harris's favor. Okay, let's start with Trump. Trump's policy is really to make his tax cuts from 2017 permanent. So you wouldn't really necessarily see any reduction in what you're currently seeing now. You just see a continuation of his existing tax plan, which is set to expire in 2025. That doesn't mean he's not going to change his thoughts on child tax credits or he's not going to offer additional cuts, but as of this moment, he hasn't. So right now, we're just going to run the numbers for this family based on the current tax law because that's exactly what Trump is suggesting. Okay, so let's break down the numbers. Income is $75,000, married filing jointly with 2 kids between 5 and 17. The standard deduction is $27,700. Their tax bracket's going to be 12%, and they're going to get a child tax credit of $2,000 per child, which is $4,000. So when you break all those numbers down, after all their tax credits, their effective tax rate is 2.23%, and they're going to owe $1,676. Let's see how that same family would do with Kamala Harris, who's really leaning into the child tax credit as a main way to get people money back on their taxes, but she also would let Trump's tax cuts expire from 2017 in 2025. So I'm going to do the numbers based on what the tax code was prior to what Trump put in place in 2017. Same family, $75,000 a year, 2 kids between 5 and 17, and their standard deduction, as you can see, is less than half of what it is under Trump, but that's offset by personal exemptions, which is, as you remember how taxes used to be structured, they're not that way anymore. Child tax credits, $3,000 per child for $6,000. When you run all those numbers, you get down to an effective tax rate of 1.22%, owing $915 total. All right, so we break down just the average American family, $75,000 a year with 2 kids. For Harris, they have an effective tax rate of 1.22% and owing $915, whereas Trump, they have an effective tax rate of 2.23%, owing $1,676. Now, just on the bare bones, that's a $761 advantage for Kamala Harris, but there is more to this story. How much you're going to owe in taxes is just one element of this. Donald Trump is proposing a 10% tariff on all imports and a 60% tariff on all Chinese imports, which is going to dramatically affect how much your house can afford basic goods. Don't just take my word for it. Take this extraordinarily conservative think tank's word for it. They say that you're going to owe between $1,700 and $2,350 annually just from the 10% tariff and another $1,950 from the China tariff. That's an additional $4,000 impact on your family that does not come with Harris's proposals. And it's not just that think tank that found this. The Tax Foundation found the same thing. They say that it would equate to about a $300 billion tax hike on you. And that's just on the 10% tariff, not even including the China tariff. So when you go back to our original math and you factor in what we just talked about, Trump is actually at a $4,736 disadvantage for the average American family. That's not even accounting for the fact that Harris has in her plans for the average American family a ton of incentive for them to save on healthcare costs, for them to have an opportunity to purchase their first home if they haven't done so already. She has so many different elements within this plan that are going to be beneficial beyond just beating Trump head-to-head in straight-up tax structure. And I know the average person is going to say, look, that stuff you just talked about, that's going to cost money and it's going to come out of my pocket in the end, right? Wrong, and I'll show you why. This is a chart breaking down how Harris's tax plans would affect people in 2026 based on their current income. So if you have a lower income over here, you're still going to get a pretty good savings, about $2,000 a year, $3,000 a year, somewhere in that zone. It's really up here when you're in the top 0.1% where you're getting screwed. But that is where the money is coming from. The revenue generating from taxing them is how they're going to pay for this stuff. You're not going to feel it. They are. And by contrast, here is Donald Trump's chart, which unsurprisingly backs up the exercise we just did, because if you are lower income, you make far less money under Trump, and if you are a very wealthy person, you do very well under Donald Trump. And that is the critical difference. Just jumping back to Harris's chart for a second, to reiterate, this loss in income from the top 0.1%, that is where the revenue is coming from to pay for the majority of Harris's proposals. It is not coming from your pocket. You are doing great under Harris. It is coming from their pocket. So, when you toss the talking points out the window, get rid of the messaging, and just look at the numbers, it's abundantly clear that Kamala Harris's plans not only are better for you just from a straight taxation perspective if you're an average American, but they're also better for you when you factor in all the other elements of how their two policy structures are going to affect your bottom line as a household. I really got to give Republicans credit too, because they have done an exceptional job messaging that the opposite of what I've just presented is true. And I think a lot of Republicans are going to watch this and believe that what I'm saying is just a big pile of lies. My advice to that group of people is do opposition research on yourself. Try to prove me wrong. And if you can't, consider that I might actually be right.
Listen, like I always say, don't take my word for it. Don't take his word for it. Hell, don't even take your own word for it. Do your own due diligence and learn something. There it is right there, Connie. Vote wisely. Vote wisely. You feel me? Happy belated birthday, big head. Miss Established. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to ye. Hopefully you got everything you wanted and desired. LaVon Myers, grand rising to you. I don't have time to play today, but just want the best to all in their choices. But more importantly, it's bigger than this. Pray. That's a factamundo, LaVon. I know that's right. Gonna learn today. Listen. And you know what's crazy, right? For all you entrepreneur Negroes that talk about, yeah, he's such a consummate businessman, et cetera, et cetera. And to all you faking ass patriots and American first citizens who swear they are, you know, for the country, and that's why they are backing Donald McFrump. Listen, I need for you to know that your man, your candidate isn't even putting America first, even though that's the slogan that he's touting. Even though that's the slogan he's touting, he's not doing it. And I'm about to prove it to your ass real quick, just real quick, huh? Trump media outsourced jobs to Mexico, even as Trump pushes America first. On the campaign trail, Donald Trump threatened businesses that send jobs south of the border, while his own company that runs the Truth Social platform outsourced coding jobs to workers in Mexico, outraging some staff members. Hold up. That ain't it, though. That is not it. Hold on. Let me get my little page back up here. Boo-whoop. Listen. Not only did the Bama outsource jobs to Mexico for his platform, Truth Social, those MAGA hats, those red MAGA hats that everybody and their mama be wearing, the maggot hats. Those are made in China. Those are made in China, huh? Remember he was gonna bring them jobs home to America? Them hats that y'all like to wear are made in China. Let it be clear. And also, he won't even use American labor for his own businesses. What makes you think he'll do it for anything else, huh? The man does not use American labor for his own businesses. What makes you think he'll do it for anything else? I need y'all to tell me. That's a fact. Straight from China, huh? Straight from China. But he talking about America first. Excuse me, something on my lip. Pause. Sibley Nay around the way. Hey, I see you. Yeah, he's deranged, sick. He's not a great businessman. I thought he was till I studied his policies and racial history and true business practices back in 2014. He has been a beneficiary of nepotism. That's a fact, Demundo Michelangelo. That's a fact. That's a fact. You hear me? And I want for my people to not be duped. I want for my people to not be duped, because like that great saying and what you call it is, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. I don't want that to be my people. I don't want that to be us. I don't want that to be GMG. I don't want that to be our community or culture. I want us to be well informed to what's going on in front of our eyes and behind our backs. Pause. No diddy. Them ugly ass shoes and watches are made in China too. That's a fact. Nate been here for 45 minutes, and I'm sorry, I didn't see Nate before. I said, Sam Unstoppable, I just saw you too. Good morning to you. My bad. Nate know she good with me. So, you know, it ain't got to be like that. Pause, Rich. Pause. Yeah, happy belated birthday, big head. But anywho, do your own due diligence. Do your own research. Read a little bit. A lot of things aren't hard to find. A lot of things you ain't got to dig so deep neither. But the fact that you won't dig it all says a whole lot as to why you don't know about certain things or whatever, or haven't come across the truth. And all you have is to listen to other people talk about things and take whatever they say for face value. I'm just saying, listen. Established, did you get what you want and needed for your birthday? You better, Miss A Block. Look, if you know like I know you will, that's a fact, Creole. Educate yourself. What you mean saying facts? Simply, Nate, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. All businesses have ups and downs, though. A lot of things are not always in your control running businesses. If it was easy, everyone would be a boss. That's the truth. That's the truth, Jazz. But in his with him, there's always been some shady, underhanded things going on. Allegedly. Y'all coming over to the good YouTube, why don't you? Yeah, Phil, I always do. Yeah, sure you right. I ain't mad at you. He could have kept that. Oh yes. Okay, Nate, I got your number. No, I'm not really asking her nothing, Sam. Amir Sealy. Hey, Amir, salute. Haven't seen you in a while. Good morning to ye. Reading and comprehension is fundamental. That's a fact. Woo. Getting up at 3 o'clock is starting to weigh in on a brother, but guess what? And still I rise. All I want for Christmas is a GMG barbecue, though. Oh, we might have to make that happen for you. Sweet Vibes TV, Nicole Paris, Dirty Got Your Money, 2 Jackson, BLRS. Come on over to the good YouTube channel, pinned right there. Why don't you, huh? Yeah, I got that out of the way. Before I go into the 2 topics that were picked for this morning's discussion, I do want to say this, right? There will be a segment that I would do. My daughter's doing pretty good, Connie. My daughter's doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. There will be a segment called Ask GMG. I will put up the anonymous, the not going live post that I normally put up. I will put up one that will be catering towards questions, concerns, scenarios, advice that you might want or need or seek. And I'll pick one to do probably every day that I go live with the Good Morning Gang morning show or whatever, just another, add a little extra oomph to the episode or whatever the case may be. But for today, I picked 2 or whatever, because one I'm not going to stick and stay on, and the other one should be rather short as well. Uh-oh, established. You are bugged out. Damn it, Jim. Yeah, he went bankrupt 6 times. And a lot of big corporations do that. Believe it or not, a lot of big corporations do that. Jonathan Dawn, that's a fact. Take action. Make the voting experience a family or friend gathering. Bring your family and friends. Family that votes together stays together. Powers in numbers. Jonathan Dawn, that part right there. And even more importantly, for those who maybe because they've had a checkered background, maybe you got some things on your record which has precluded you from being able to vote in your state. Some of you all can get your rights back. If you have not done so, you have to assert your rights and get them back. But for those that just unfortunately can't, you can still show up and show support for those individuals that from your neighborhood, from your communities, from your cities, etc., that are voting, by way of bringing some bottles of water, by way of standing around to keep some of these crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puff lunatics from acting out towards people standing in line to vote. You can stand there in solidarity and hold it down. Bring some water. You know what I'm saying? Talk to people in lines. Like kind of walk the perimeter of the lines to make sure that people are good, that people aren't being threatened or coerced to either vote the way that somebody else wants them to vote, or to get them to not to vote at all. Young Dre, salute. Phil, are you making a turkey? I don't know about that. Thank you, Jazzy. I appreciate that. Hustle every day. What's goody? Bankrupt don't mean broke. It's a smart way to beat the system. Now, that's a fact. That is a fact, hustle every day. That's why I said other big corporations do it all the time. They'll leave today under one corporation name and pop back up tomorrow under a whole nother corporation name doing the same business under a new entity. That's a fact. You undecided, Keisha Hall. What has you undecided, Keisha Hall? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, a stab to say I was looking for you. I didn't see you in here, but I was looking for ye. Phil, did you see that video of the white man who put hands on a black woman at the polls because they told him to take his yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I wish they would have had a few minutes, excuse me, before that video started. If P. Diddy wouldn't have got caught, he would have made a hit song or performed a Baby O song. You know what? Hey, Jazz, it's time for you to go back to bed. It's time for you to go back night-night for a little bit. I thought Keisha's assets was in order too. That's why I'm like, what? Hey, establish what I had did. What the hell I did? I didn't do nothing. I'm chilling out of the way. I don't want no problems from nobody. But there is one Bama that I've seen as of late that I want to tell him to shut the figgity up. And if there was ever a Bama who needs that new segment, that new thing that I'm about to start doing called This Bama Here, it's that Bama Le'Veon Ball or Le'Veon Bell or whatever his name is. Hey, Gina Noel, good morning to you. I'm over here on the YouTube. Come on over. This Bama right here.
I'm telling y'all right now, if Trump don't win, he got cheated. If Kamala Harris wins, I'm out. I'm gone. Because y'all not really trying to make America great again. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Hey, Bama, Le'Veon, if you don't shut your Bama ass up and go, matter of fact, go on pack your bags. Go on pack your bags and get the hell up out of here. We don't need your Bama ass anyway. Huh? We don't need your Bama clout chasing ass anyway. That's probably why your ass ain't playing ball no more. Take your Bama ass, pack your bags, and go on to whatever country you see fit. Let them deal with your Bama ass. Get the hell on out off of U.S. soil, you Bama. That's what I like to say. To Le'Veon Bell Ball, I think it's Le'Veon Bell. Somebody done rung your bell one too many times. Take you and your Bama ass and get on away from this country, huh? Don't be trying to use my stuff and stab and lash. You said I never sleep. I can dig it. Charlie Hustle, tell him, then beat it there, Nogga. Get the hell on. Get the hell on. Hold on. So that was a troll you was arguing with that day? What troll? What you talking about, J-Man? What you talking about? That's sad. No one can have them own views upon things. Oh, yeah, they can have their views upon things, but why don't he take his views upon things and go somewhere else? You tell him to go to another country and then he can talk all he wants to himself. See, my thing is this, right? Your mom and your pops ever tell you if you ain't got nothing good to say, then just don't say nothing at all. Sometimes you need to just shut the figgity up. This Bama has been doing things and saying things unnecessarily because he's trying to get attention. That shirt he had on before, and now this Bama ass shit talking about Trump Kamala Harris get elected, I'm leaving. Well, nigga, don't listen. She gonna be elected, so go on, get the hell on out of here. Go on, get your ass the hell on up out of here and go on whatever country you want to go to and see how that work out for you. Because in a lot of other countries, that mouthpiece that you got paused ain't going to be able to run the way that it's running here in the United States and saying certain things, especially about its leadership, or you're going to find yourself either in prison or worse. That part. Right, Creole, bye. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. You feel me? If you hate Trump, you might want him in the office so we can complain about his work. No, the hell we don't. No, the hell we don't, Riri. Matter of fact, how about he be in the office over there where you live at or work at? Let that man come to your job or be the superintendent or the super of your building. Let him do that. That's right, Tina B. Marie. Shut the figure up. Bet money he ain't going nowhere. From what I've heard, allegedly he owed child support, so he ain't getting out of the country. He ain't getting out of no damn country. Hey, Rich Kid Key, what's good? OTF Fab, peaceful. Hey, come on over to the YouTube. Hey, Gina Noel, I see you. They want to be white adjacent so bad for it, man. That shit don't even make sense to me. Oh, that was another page. I don't think that was him. Yeah, I think that had to be a troll page. Don Lemon been working hard for Kamala too. I watch his lives. He said he will be live all day tomorrow, but I know many people will. This whole thing is a circus, from ridiculous remarks to concert like rallies. Where's the patriotism? Hey. Good question, Keisha Hall. Good question. You can bring it back, Keisha Hall. My eyes is getting tired too. JBTL, I'm over on the good YouTube. They can have their own views, but why he's saying if Trump lose, it has to be cheating. That's what I'm saying, Sam. It's like why? Okay, even if you want to vote for Frumpy Frump, right? Even if you want to vote for Trump or you feel like he the better candidate, why do we have to go so far or so deep, pause, with being ugly and talking about our own people like that? Make it make sense. But, and on the flip of that, pause, they are being so forgiving and so mindless about some of the transgressions that Frumpy Frump has done. Make that make sense. I think he's talking about Levon Myers. Oh, okay. Le'Veon Bell is definitely a Bama. You hear me, Connie? A big Bama. They both talking about nothing. Well, Keisha Hall, I think Kamala Harris has been talking about a whole lot more substance than Donald Trump has ever been talking about. And at the end of the day, somebody's going to get in office. Somebody's going to get in office. Who would you like to get in office? Somebody that's got the qualifications and skill set to take such a job on, or somebody who comes across cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, who actually had the position at a time and didn't do right by the position. Things that make you go, something to think about. Hey, Gina Noel. Glad you are here. Ladies and gentlemen, those that are newly arriving to the situation, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up for your boy Booker. Hell, even if you don't like what I'm saying, hit that thumbs down. It's all good. More importantly, if you're new to the situation, or veterano, and for whatever intent and purposes you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Booker. And then hit that notification bell for your boy one time for the one time, like, So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drop, Feel the Love Fridays, or anything that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel, just like that. You'll be in the know. And make sure you turn the notifications on to all so that you'll receive all notifications. I don't put out nothing but content on here, so you're not going to get spammed by a whole bunch of bullshittery. You feel me? You're not going to get spammed by a whole lot of bullshittery. Keys the Mogul, salute. Come on over to YouTube. Alfonso Morales, Ain't Nothing Nice. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? And of course, on top of all that, it don't cost you nothing to do none of those things that I just asked you. What? You heard me. It don't cost you nothing. What? Not even one single red penny. What? Not even one silver or plug nickel. What? Not even some foldable green or blue paper. What? It don't cost you nothing but a millisecond of your time or microseconds of your time. Do that for your boy one time, won't you? No, Philly, don't say that to what? Phil, you and Plies going to perform at Kamala's inauguration? Shit, I would. Why wouldn't I? 757 Buzz, salute. I would. That's a fact. Look my hands up. I'll square with you. Trump here in reading, whatever. If he wins, it was fair though, right? Yeah, exactly. If he wins, then it'll be fair. But if he loses, then it has to be rigged. Man, make that make sense. Make that make sense. If nothing else, make that make sense. He's like one of them kids used to play on the playground that always had to have it their way. You know what I'm saying? And if they not getting it their way, then they taking their ball back or they taking their toy. And I'm going home or they'll sit right there in the corner and like, you can't play with none of my toys, neither. One of them type bammers. Get them up out of here. Phil about to drop a new single on election day. They Not Like GMG remix. Is Kamala going to stop funding the wars? She's not funding them now, Riri. What are you talking about? Trump is not speaking clearly on how he's going to do anything. And that's a fact. All these rallies and functions that he's had, all of it's been a crock of BS, race baiting, bigotry stirring, a whole bunch of garbage, and a couple of them people that he's had up on them podiums speaking up on his behalf. Some of you entrepreneurs know the name Grant Cardone. If I see y'all supporting that Bama ever again, I'm gonna have some choice words for you, because that son of a so and so is racist too. I'm gonna just let that be there. If you undecided at this point, then you just don't want to vote. Yeah, at this point, yeah, because you shouldn't be undecided with less than 24 hours ago. Shit. Did you see him doing the jerking items and going down on the microphone? Man, listen. Excuse me, but that's the president y'all want, though, right? That's the president y'all want. Y'all. Oh my God, man, listen. I'm just saying, there's a lot of stakes. All jokes aside, all the bullshittery aside, there's a lot of stakes, ladies and gentlemen. There's women's rights at stake. There's rights for us as black people and for other minorities, brown, yellow, and red. There's education at stake. There's hell, democracy itself is at stake. And there's so much more that is at it. I'm getting tongue twisted. That is at stake tomorrow. Do your civic duty. Do your God-given duty. Use your discernment and your gut, and you go out there and y'all vote. You feel me? Because enough is enough. Tomorrow, we ain't got no more time. We ain't got no more times. I want for us to be on Wednesday talking about who won and hopefully speaking things into existence about what the future is going to look like in a positive accord. And I know sometimes politics can get heavy, just like religion, or spirituality can get heavy, but these conversations are much needed. We're in a place and space where we need to talk about these things and stop hiding them and being afraid to discuss them. We are grown, right? We supposed to be grown, right? And it's a real world we living in, right? We're not living in the idiot box or within the realm of social media, right? We living in real life. So these are conversations we need to have, just like that. AJ Blue July, Miss Sunday Renee, come on around the way. Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? Listen. What I do, Kingdom? Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Jazz, you better go up and go handle that. You better go handle that. Not that's law. I unfollowed Grant Cardone with a quickness. Hey Sam, I've been stopped following that Bam a long time ago because he had said something slick. He said something slick to one of the influencers that I know. And I heard him say it, so it wasn't like, it was propaganda or somebody told me, what somebody else told them that somebody else told them. I heard the Bama say it, and I can't verbatim tell you what it was, but it just didn't sit right with me. And I was like, oh, hell no. You one of them. I'm not supporting your dumb ass. You can have at it. My ex told me that dude got canceled in PR. They canceled all this show. Who, Grant Cardone? As they should. Hey, Michelangelo, he been a racist. That's a fact. Jonathan Dawn, want to hear something funny? I bet all of my friends and family who's pro-Trump, their eyebrows on this election. Absolutely nobody has a confidence to take me up, test it out. It's hilarious. Man, listen. CLBCNY, good morning to ye. Did Jeffrey Epstein say he was him on video? I know there's footage. I know there was footage of Donald Trump being around Jeffrey Epstein, and supposedly he's been on a couple of them flights. Where he went to, or if he was on that island, I don't personally know, but allegedly he has. I'm just gonna leave that there. CL, you say you voted yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, get it out the way. You feel me? So many of our people were killed and threatened to vote, and women couldn't vote, period. Yet people just chilling, talking about I'm not voting, but the first to complain. That part right there, Sam. That part right there. Vote wisely, people. Vote wisely. That part right there. I voted early. It's going to be a shit show tomorrow. That's a good thing, Notorious. Hey, Notorious. You voted and got it out of the way. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to be singing Can You Feel Can You Feel a Brand New Day from the Wiz? That part. What did they do about those ballot boxes that got burnt? Now, that's a great question. That's a great question, Notorious. I don't even know. I don't even know. Ouch. Creel said, I voted early. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. Lord. Riri, shut that shit up. He was on Epstein. I know. And just like that, I'm done voting. Miss A Block, as you should. Feel let's buy Epstein Island. Listen, I would, but I don't know what type of energies and souls and spirits is on that island, because I don't know what type. I've heard all kinds of wicked stories about certain foolery and things that they did on that island. I don't know if I would want to have that island. You have that lady that showed a voting ticket for blacks from 1960, where blacks had to pay $2 to vote and whites were free, should be motivation enough to vote. That part right there. Ain't what you used to. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube right there, huh? J. Pierce said, I voted on the 15th of October. That's what's up. My sisters and I went in and out. I know that's right. Thank God for the Cape Verdean Sister Sledge. Have at it. I'm on my way to go vote. I gotta go to Duncan's first. You ain't gotta go no damn Duncan's. Does ballot boxes have a built-in extinguisher for the event? And only a few votes were lost, man. Shit. Hold on, somebody try to send me something. Hold up. Close that out real quick, like. That's weird. Do. Trying to think, what was it? Just okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, I seen it, Lady Costanita. I seen it before. Hey, Tanisha, I'm sorry. This is my first time voting ever. Congratulations! I'm getting tongue twisted. Congratulations to you, Tanasia, and thank you for doing your civic duty. You feel me? My way of voting is betting on FanDuel. Riri, get your life together. Say a prayer for us poll workers. It's been a mess in PA already. A few black who vote regularly were purged from the list. Wow. Oh, so you work in the polls. I should have known to count on Sarah Lynn. She always in the mix. So I'm glad you actually volunteering your time to do that, Sarah Lynn. Bernard Eddie, Karenette, Joanne Kieran, come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Black men were removed. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off of that. I know y'all get tired of hearing about the voting and Frumpy Frump and Kamala Harris. One more day, huh? One more day. Tomorrow, if you haven't done so, get your ass out there and vote. Don't forget my New York peeps. You get a lot of freebies when you show your sticker to lots of retailers. Really? Y'all heard it. Cotton Candy told you. All my good folks from NYC. You said, don't forget, y'all get freebies when you show your stickers at a lot of retailers. Man, listen. Sam Unstoppable, you're going to have to ask Sarah Lynn that one yourself. Excuse me. Sheesh. That's 16 hours. Good God Almighty. None of your business. Welcome to the chat. I see you. Listen, I'm voting today. My ancestors died for this right. Connie Baptiste, that part, huh? Rich said, yes, NYC, claim your voting perks. If you got the new iPhone 16, you can vote from your... Yeah, all right, Dez, you silly as... Don't tell nobody that, because I'm pretty sure there's some kind of app to fool people to think they voting up in the Apple store. That's it right there. Wednesday's show will be a celebration. You feel me? Anywho, moving on, right? Like I said, I'm gonna start doing the what you call it. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. SGMG, right? I told y'all the other day that I'm gonna start speaking on things, events, programs, shows, etc., etc. that that I've paused, that I've kept my mouth off of, that I haven't spoke about or given my critiques or my comments about because of obvious past affiliations. And I said that that's no longer a thing, that I'm gonna start doing that, amongst other people's stuff or whatever. It's only right, right? Hey, yo, me, yo, my, hell yeah. I'm getting tongue twisted today. Yo, me, yo, my, yo, my, yo, me. Good morning to ye. Listen, the first question that I got in my inbox that I chose for Ask GMG it wasn't really a question. They wanted me to critique. They wanted me to critique improper improv. Uh-oh. They wanted me to critique improper improv. And I thought about this good and heavy. I thought about it good and heavy. And I was just like, should I leave it alone? Should I say something? Should I not? But am I not a journalist? Am I not a vlogger? Do I not have the morning show? No, it ain't about being messy, yo, me. It ain't about being messy. I'm a very even-keeled reviewer when it comes to things like that. I'll talk about the bad and the good or whatever, right? So with that being said, here we go. I did watch Improper Improv. I did watch it, right? And I'll say this. I'll say this, right? I was looking for it to be a whole lot more. Actually, Riri, you're right. That the Riri is absolutely right. I critiqued the show that he did with somebody on the panel before, and that's how I got to be a part of FDN from the Giddy Up or whatever. But the posters, the rollout, the promotion with the big old school posters, because you don't see a lot of people doing that no more. So the fact they went to ground roots marketing throughout New York and posting them joints up, fire. Very fire. See, I'm a very even-keeled person when it comes to my critiques or whatever. That was fire. The picture in the monotone effect they had, the grayscale effect they had to his face on the poster, and had his big ass head on the poster. That was fire. However, for the rollout, for the promo to be so fire that when the show actually came on, it was a letdown. It was a letdown, and I'll say it like this. I know I actually was in I was actually in that spaces listening to it, Sam. I was actually in that spaces. First, let me say this, right? For those that don't know, Queen's Flip, Trevor Robinson is a fan of anime series or whatever the case may be, right? So I don't know whose ideal it was. Probably was Flip's idea to create the background and backdrop and everything to be, what is it? One shot, one stop, whatever that damn anime show is. They they painted the walls and all that to mimic, I'm guessing, that show. However, for me, it came across like SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm just saying, and that's not with no hate. I was just like, what the hell is going on, right? And you said the wall was fire. I don't even like anime. Nah. Not for, how can I put it, right? If Flip would have did that years ago, cool, right? If he would have did that years ago, cool. But for where he should be as far as his progression of doing things, being on the JBP being on the Joe Budden show and under the Joe Budden's network umbrella. To me, there should have been an elevation in the decor, the scenery for the show. And if you think about it like this, look at how the JBP is set up, right? Look at the JBP. Okay, now you push that aside because y'all can say, "Oh, that's the Joe Budden podcast. That's different, right?" Look at how Flip has the background for a lot of his shows set up at his new studio. The scenery that he had for his the background he's had and the setups that he's had for his new studio, to me, looked a lot better than the scenery he had for Improper Improv. That's why I said, yo, me put that to the side. That's Joe's look. But even the look, Flip's look at his studio that he's done for the callers and with a couple other shows he's done more recently or whatever, with Woody and all them or whatever the case may be. Those setups to me looked a whole lot better than the SpongeBob / anime one spot, one shot background he did. No, I'm pretty sure 757 Buds, but this is how I got introduced to Flip, by me critiquing something he did. In all honesty, Standish Cocktail, salute. I'm over here on the good YouTube. No, that's the background that he wanted for the whole thing, Riri Lokster. However, moving on past the scenery of it all, right? Moving on past the scenery. For me, the highlight of the show was Shampoo. Him bringing Shampoo on, because for those that don't know, him and Shampoo had a falling out too recently. And they were able to patch that up, mend that up, and do the show or whatever the case may be. And Shampoo is quite a character within himself. Very articulate, very educated, very unorthodox, off the hook individual who will say what comes to his mind at a time. Most times purposely when he does it, right? Sam said that's why I'm gonna watch it today for Shampoo. Right. But then there was this other individual that was brought on supposedly by Ian, some actor that was acting like he was a doctor / therapist or whatever. That was out of place to me. That was kind of whack. It could have been done in a different way. And to me been received a different way. It came off a different way, but I think a lot of people really didn't like it or whatever the case may be. And I don't know if they purposely did it or he wasn't prepared enough, but he kept confusing. He confused Flip for Shampoo. He confused Flip for a couple other people, asking wasn't he on this other show and doing these other things or whatever. Okay, cool. Past that, right? Into Lansky, Nicotine Nicole, and Back Woody, right? I'll say this. Hey, 4040, I'm over on the YouTube. I'll say this, right? Back Woody is a funny character. He has a lot of potential. And he's very funny, right? If somebody hones Back Woody, he could be very great. The purpose of Nicole being there, though, I don't get why she was even there. What purpose she served? She looked out of place, and she looked like she was pressed to be in the middle of the show. That's a fact, UPT Ray, salute. Joe said he never wants. Yeah, Joe said he don't want Lansky a part of none of that ever again. I was like, damn it, and Flip sounded like his heart was hurt. But why? I like Lansky. I was like, but to me, Back Woody has a lot of potential to be great. You heard that from me, Big Phil Speaks. Nicole, no, that's not Hey Polo Dolo. Nicole shouldn't have never been there. There's plenty of other females Flip could have got to be up there if you want a female energy or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's a fact, right? You have to be able to take criticism or whatever. And I'm not being ugly. I'm not being ugly in what I'm saying. Phil, do you have to have clearance to talk about this? No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not backtracking. I'm talking about a current event, a current affair on a program, whatever the case may be. Her butt is not all that big, me, anyway, and I've been in her presence. No, her butt is not all that big. She's just actually her shape is so small. She's so small that it makes her butt look big, but it is what it is. Anywho, so yeah, Nicole was out of place, and then Lansky, Psycho Bandit, I was just about to say that, was a waste of time and space. Lansky is like another individual that we know of, a certain individual that if and when they are of sound mind, they can give you good content, right? When they have sound mind, they can give you good content, but let them tiptoe off into being tipsy or high or anything of that nature, then it all becomes a shit show. And unfortunately, for me, Improper Improv became a shit show because of Lansky and Nicole, because she was talking off on the side of the. This production was not supposed to be a homeboy production, right? It's supposed to been you brung in some of Joe Budden's team to help run the show, whatever the case may be. But it was like a shit show because you can hear Nicole and other people talking in the background off to the side before they were brought onto the scene or whatever the case may be. And then I think she came out before she was even supposed to come out. Was that? Oh yeah, it was 40. Yes, it was. Yes, it was 40. But it kind of cheapened the flair of the show, or the pizzazz of the show. To me, for there have been such a hiatus between. Right, Sarah Lynn. For there to have been such a hiatus between the last episode of Improper Improv, when it was done on the same set as the JBP, to now, I feel as though Flip dropped the ball somewhat when it came to proper planning as to all the things that take place and doing dry runs, for it. Thus the situation where he had the phone. He couldn't get the phones to work properly or whatever the case may be. But that happens though, right? That happens. They'll have that right for the next one. But for the time lapse or gap between the last episode or last season and this new episode, especially like I said, with the promotional rollout, with the big posters and all that, there should have been no holds barred. There shouldn't have been. Flip should have went in his pocket a little deep, if for nothing else, for that first episode. To bring on and present a full, well-rounded production, especially for that first show, especially for that first episode, because a lot of people were looking forward to it or waiting, anticipating it, or whatever the case may be. I'm sure that disclaimer was just a waste of right. No, it wasn't 40. We getting them up out of here, 40, if they acting too terrible up here. And what I'm saying is not far-fetched, because even Joe Buttons himself said certain things in the spaces yesterday, or whatever the case may be, in regards to the production, in regards to some of the talent that was on there, in regards to the whole package, or whatever the case may be. So that's why you can't take what I'm saying. Oh, man, you can, but I'm not coming from a hateful place. I'm coming from a unbiased journalistic standpoint, or whatever, when it comes to the situation. I feel as though Phil really listens to everything. I do. Yo, man. I feel as though with this new road that Flip says that he's journeying on, supposedly with new content and a new leaf of life, and not doing some of the old things, that he has to stop falling back on relying on all the old shit that he used to like to do. I.e., what he did with improper improv on his first episode. I.e., even the spend the night thing that he did, or whatever, the spend the night thing he did, or whatever. Flip got to find a way to innovate and to upgrade his mindset on content that he should put on, as well as him trying to upgrade his look to people and change the way in which he operates and articulates himself to and with people. Because he said he's tired of the same old shenanigans and doing the same old skits. Well, then Flip, if you're listening, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see this at some point, or somebody going to tag you, then you Flip, got to stop doing some of the same old content and get your mindset on the bigger picture, the bigger money, the bigger bag, the bigger look. You got a new studio for a reason. Utilize it to the best of your ability. You got on the JBP for a reason. And I know it wasn't just monetarily was the motive or the drive. So utilize all those to the best of your ability. And then some of the people that you I don't be on it like that, yo. I mean, I be on Twitter a little bit, because it do be some RA spaces to listen to. Utilize some of the better people that you have or have had in your world, as far as Flip the Network, Flip the Cast, old, new, the callers, or whatever the case may be, and leave some of the garbage alone, because the garbage is going to leave a stink on your name and on your shows and on what you're trying to do, and going to taint the look of it for bigger production companies or bigger networks that might want to pick your situation up, either buy you out from under JBP, or buy you out from under yourself, or facilitate everything being in a bigger production, or whatever the case may be. Hey, Jazz, I'm up here critiquing improper improv. So what I'm saying is this: if what you're truly saying and doing is for the betterment of yourself and the road that you're taking, you need to take your shows right along with you. Because if not, you're gonna stay stuck in the same places, and you're gonna stay stuck with the same content, and that content is only gonna appeal to a certain amount of people. And you're gonna box yourself in, you're gonna pigeonhole yourself in, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, with the rollout that y'all did with them posters was fly. Them posters was fly. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, okay, this is a throwback. This is a throwback to my day of promotion. Putting the posters up, and the posters was a good look. But for the posters to be such a good look, and then the background of the show to be so elementary. Yeah, I get it was anime, based on an anime show or whatever, but it looked like you was about to put on a Blue's Clues slash SpongeBob show. No hate, no hate. It looked like you was gonna put on a Blues Clues slash SpongeBob SquarePants type of show. It looked like the set was set up for a kid show. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Now, the actor or whatever the case may be, I feel as though if there was no conversation between you and Ian, there should have been some kind of conversation about it happening, transpiring. But then it would have to have been if back when he came in there and bust one of them fake bottles on his head, then there had to be some discussions about doing that. So then you had to know that he was there a little bit, right? I think that had to be more, should be more communication. And what Joe said was so profound, right? On the level that y'all are, on the level, I'm not 59, so what the hell you talk about, Riri? What are you talking about? And he's a grown-ass man. He's not a little kid neither. But from what Joe said was so paramount, he said, he asked Flip, what time did you get there? He said, what time did you get there for the show? And Flip said probably about 30 minutes before the show, started or whatever the case may be. Joe used the example. He said, I'm usually at the studio where they shoot JBP before anybody gets there. Any of the camera crew, anybody else. Any of the on-air personalities down to the staff and the help or whatever the case may be, he's usually there early. Nah, we're not about to get beefing. Not on my end, because this ain't worthy of beefing. I'm just giving I'm giving an honest, unbiased critique. But Joe said that he gets there early enough, one, to get his mind right for the show. Flip has to learn to not want to wing everything. Flip has to learn to not want to even though the show is called Improper Improv. So I guess there needs to be a degree of improvisation in it. But whatever that wasn't it. And say, oh, what I miss Phil, tell me. No, just he had to roll out the new season of Proper Improv or whatever that came out, Jazz. No, what you call it? His old anime lives used to bring in a whole different type of audience. He should definitely explore more of that too. Anime will always have a following. That's a fact, Sarah Lynn. I agree with you on that, but it should be done in a different context or a different way or whatever to kind of cater. That could be another show within itself for him to do for that crowd or whatever the case may be. But to combine that element with the callers, with Flip the House and Flip the Network and all these things on one thing for Improper Improv, nah, it wasn't. And it seemed to me, and I could be wrong, it seemed to me that Shampoo was getting a little perturbed. He was getting a little bothered with Nicole because Nicole being Nicole, she come right on the set, want to talk shit or whatever. Their show is supposed to have some structure, even though it has improvisational pieces to it. Like in Living Color, think about In Living Color, right? In Living Color had a whole lot of improvisational parts to it, but it also had planned out skits and planned out things throughout the show that was structured. Even though some of the wording, even though some of the actions were improvised along the way, the general consensus was, okay, on this skit, we doing this. On this skit, we doing this. On this, you got a DJ, you got dancing, you got Keenan, hosting, you got this, that, and the third, maybe a musical guest come in. It was still structure to it, even amongst the improvisation. One question, why am I critiquing this show truly? Because one, it's a popular show. Well, the JBP is a popular network or whatever, which he happens to be a part of it. And there's been a lot of things that have gone on over there to discuss that I haven't discussed because of me and Flip's past interactions or whatever the case may be. But that's a disservice. in doing so, I feel like that's a disservice to myself as well as just in general, or whatever the case may be. Because, like I said, I don't have no animosity, so it ain't even coming from that space. I'm not. I don't have no space. I don't have no animosity, so it's not coming from that. It's not coming from a hateful place or whatever. I feel as though it supposed to be jazz, but it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it supposedly. Phil, I'm still mad at Nicole for how she talked to you, man. And that's Sam, and that's kind of how she was trying to talk to Shampoo in a way, but not as bad though, right? If he turn up, then he turn up. It ain't nothing to turn up about. He's a smart, beyond the bullshit, he's a smart person when he want to be, right? So I'm pretty sure he'll take it and listen to it. And I'm not saying nothing. And I'm not saying nothing out of the way. And I'm not saying nothing that the people he worked with have already told him. But I'm about to get off of that and go into my next thing or whatever. But I'll say this, Flip, when you see this, you got a lot of potential and you got a lot of eyes on you and you got a lot of possibility. Use it to the best of your ability. Use it to the best of your ability. Hey, Trina Pink, Shampoo is used to be on Flip shows a long time ago. And before that, he used to be a part of the Howard Stern show or whatever the case may be. I'm always ready, Jazz. I'm always ready. But Flip, you utilize the better potential, the better talent that you have. Find a way to use Back Woody to the best of his abilities. Because to me, Back Woody does have a lot of talent. I believe so. Like I said, he needs to be honed a little bit. He needs to be groomed a little bit. But Back Woody has a lot of talent. I'll give you that. Out of all the females, women's, etc., that you know, that you have either personal or business relationships with, why did you pick Nicole of all people? I didn't get that, and it kind of didn't look like it served its purpose. I get that. Come to find out that there was some other content that y'all did with that other room thing or whatever the case may be, but that shouldn't have garnered her being on Improper Improv just because. I'm just saying. That's all I'm giving Jazz is honest criticism. I'm not. Yeah, he has potential, Sam. He has. That's what I'm saying. He needs to be groomed a little bit, but he has good potential. He has good potential. Lansky, unfortunately, might be only suited for like the show The Callers or something. Some people you can't take with you on your journey of ascension. When you're trying to elevate and do bigger things or new things, sometimes you can't because some people going to be a liability. But that's enough of that. Yeah, he does, Rebe, unfortunately. He does. Unfortunately, but unless him a change man. And see, that's the thing though. He's been presenting himself as a changed individual, that he's not trying to do skits and he's not trying to do these other things. Well, if that's the case, he got to bring his shows with him. He got to bring his content with him. He got to bring his fans and audience with him. He got a set amount of fans and followers. He got even more from the JBP. And see, the Flip the Network fans and the JBP fans are two different fan sets, so to speak, follower sets. And they're all looking for different things. The people that came from Flip the Network, Flip FDN, all that stuff, the callers and all that, they look for a certain type of content from Flip. Whereas the people from JBP and his dynamic within that podcast are looking for something a little bit different, even in knowing some of the shenanigans and shit that he's done in the past. And thus, with him doing these long form content things that he do, he has to find a way to bridge the one with the other and do it so that it's always like this. Lansky is funny, Yomi, when he's not too far gone. When he get too far gone, yes, he's still funny, but he's unpredictable. And when it's unpredictable, it causes problems with the optics of things or whatever. Not the little Quinta Princess. Creole, I ain't saying nothing bad about Flip. I'm keeping it even killed or whatever. But I think that he'll get it together. I think that he'll get it together. Flipcast had some professional experience, would be all right, but he wanted to go cheap route and find people off the street. Lansky is too self-sabotaging. That's a good point, Sam. I think he'll get it together. And his mind works fast, so he'll pull it together. But that first episode just wasn't it to me. The first episode just wasn't it. And again, for all the changes that you're making personally, you have to make changes within your business acumen and with the people that you have around you too. Because unfortunately, some of the people are good and some of them ain't good at all or whatever. And unfortunately, a little bit, Cassie, a little bit. And unfortunately, just like I agree with I agree with Joe. Unfortunately, Lansky, I don't think he can go forward with something on a network that size with what Joe got going on. Since Improper Improv is up under Joe's umbrella, you do have to be mindful because that's his channel, it's his network. It's basically Joe, by putting your show Improper Improv under his network, he's putting his name and his neck out there for you by putting you in that umbrella or whatever the case may be. But enough of that. What 40 said? I wish you stopped that throat. I know I do need to take my some Benadryl or something. I'll do that shortly. But enough of that. Hopefully y'all diehard Flip fans didn't take that as being hate, because it wasn't. I think that it was very even kill. And like I said, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be successful. And I think that the show could be good. I think the show could be great. I think Flip needs to think more out of the box than in the same old box or whatever the case may be. I got to mute. I know, my bad, Michael. I'm just being me. You feel me? Stop scratching your throat, Paul. Look, ain't nothing wrong with my throat, though. Pause. What's fake quotations? Nah, but hopefully he gets it together. The Spaces yesterday was funny. Listen to both sides, him and Joe, and even Imani, kind of in the middle of it all or whatever. But hopefully he get it together and come back out with with a better Improper Improv, because that improv was real improper. I'm gonna just leave that there. Now, okay, going on to the next. Shout out to that though. On to the next. Somebody asked me the question. Ray, that's a fact. He did. Somebody asked me, they said, I am interested in someone, but I am afraid to go about telling them. What should I do? Hey, Smiley, I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over. I would say this, and we was Jazzy to be 100. 40, no, I'm not. I'm not being no hater. No, I'm not. I want it to be successful or whatever. But anyway, what should I do? For whoever I'm not going to tell y'all who this person is, and the way that I'm going to do it going forward, it will be very anonymous. Because I do a morning show and we deal with topics and things. 40. That's not thirsty. It's called dealing with trending news and trending topics. That's it. Anyway, For the person that sent me that, what should you do? I look at it like this: you only live once. You only live once. So if you really want something, if you really want something, go after it. The worst somebody can tell you is no. The worst somebody can tell you is no. And the way I look at it, if somebody says no, far as if you let them know that you're interested and they don't want to, they don't like you the same way, or they don't want to be involved, or whatever the case may be. And if they tell you no, you haven't lost anything because they weren't yours beforehand. So you haven't lost anything. Some people are fearful. That's it right there. Creole, closed mouths don't get fed. Phil, I have allergies too, but I spray my nose with Flonase. Flonase don't really work for me though. You live every day, you die once. I say, let them know. You never know, you might get a good friend. At minimum, that's a fact. And if it don't work out the way you wanted to, you really haven't. That's it right there. Hustle every day. No means next opportunity. You really haven't lost something, but you never know what you might get in that person if you don't take the chance or the opportunity to let it be known, or whatever the case may be. This advice is for men or women. And even though this person is who they are, this advice is for men and women. Go after what it is you want or who it is you want. Do it properly though. Don't sell yourself short or lose sense or sight of who you are. But let them know. Like Cassie said, you only live once. You never take a chance. Yo, me, we not even gonna go there. Stop playing with me. You only live once. Take the chance. And if you're on the receiving end of somebody, that's taking a chance, you don't have to be mean or rude just because you might not see them that way, or you might not be interested, or you could already be in a relationship or something. You can still be nice and cordial because, like what you call it said, you can still come out of it and maybe end up having a good friend or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be mean or rude to somebody just in case they're not your cup of tea or whatever the case may be. But you could definitely gain a new friend. But back to the person who wrote me that. Take the chance. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. You only live once. There's a saying that says you have not because you ask not. And like Creole Cupcake said, a closed mouth don't get fed. And if you like them like that, you want something in your... Pause. This is the morning show. This is the morning show. I'm just saying, you live once. You live once. Live it to your utmost capabilities, huh? And like I said, don't be fearful. Fear is all around us, right? But fear ain't meant to be us. So don't be fearful of rejection. Don't be fearful that it might be a no, or don't be fearful that it might not go the way you want it to go. All these things are a part of life. All these things are a part of life. And if just because that person is a no, or might be a no with that person, does not mean that it's a no with another person. Or that no with that person might lead you to the person that you really should be with anyway. You never know. Is it somebody in the chat? I'm not going to tell that, Connie. I'm not going to tell that. I'm not going to tell that. It's going to be anonymous. But yeah, take the opportunity to reach out. To reach out, right? And let them know how you feel. You ain't got to be thirsty with it. You ain't got to look crazy with it, but you can go out on a limb. Don't be afraid to go out on a limb. You know what I'm saying? If it's a girl, just be up front, and if he ain't on it, F and move on. That's a fact, Jazz. That's a fact. That's a fact. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, until I'm gonna put together a website. I'm gonna put together a website that I have something. Matter of fact, I got a website. I'm gonna do a page to where it's gonna have a form. So if you want to put in anonymous, if you want to put in an anonymous question, concern, critique, or anything that you want to be read on this part of the show or whatever, then I already got a website up. Yo me, yo my. You tried it. Then you can do so, and I'll pick from it one or two to discuss every day on the show or whatever. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I'll pick something to talk about. You don't have to worry about leaving your name unless you want to, but it'll be confidential. The only thing that people will know is the actual question or statement that you left. They won't know who it is. They won't know, where they live, none of that. So you ain't gonna have to worry about that. I promise you I won't divulge that. Nays, my favorite Lokester, what's good? Monique, what's good? But it just something else to bring to the show. Just something else to bring to the show. That's all. Man, why do my stomach always feel like it's in my back, bro? Like I ate a week. Lord. Polo Dolo said, hop in them DMs. You would know her, Sniper Polo. Nah, but for that person, you only live once. Take a chance. The worst thing could happen is it could be a no. The best thing that could happen, you might find your forever person. Who knows? Or anything there within. Yes, we still here, Nate. Still here for a second. BB said, ew, don't talk to me. BB, you need to stop being like that, BB. You got to stop being like that. I know some people are weird, but you got to stop being like that. I'm getting ready to go to another free election concert. I've seen Obama, Method Man, Common, Lupe Fiasco, Bun B, and Viola Davis just in the past few weeks. I know that's right, Sarah Lynn. You better take in every moment, too. Yeah, we're not doing that no more, BB. And if that does happen, then people will be getting blocked. We need a push sports segment. Me, your friend is very well suited where he's at on that other network that he's on. Other than that, to be honest, I wouldn't have had a problem with doing it. I wouldn't have had a problem doing it. But he got to get, never mind. I ain't even going to go down that route. I delete unwanted DMs. I don't even open half of it. Just delete them, like go that way. Well, damn it, Miss A Block. Right, Jazz. On the nutsack, ain't she? Nah, I didn't even see that, BB. I didn't even see that. We not doing none of that over here. Riri, save that for IG or somewhere else. Nah, Phil, go that route. You already then stirred the pot today. Keep going. Go what route, Jazzy? I didn't stir no pot. There's been a lot of okay, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. The JBP is one of the top podcasts out, right? Top shows out. And they go through different topics and antics and things that are reported, throughout the internet or whatever the case may be. And I've purposely not discussed anything dealing with over there because of the past interactions with me and Flip or whatever the case may be. But I said I'm doing my show a disservice. I'm giving people trending news and topics a disservice by not or whatever. And just so happens that Improper Improv just came out or whatever. So I said, let me go ahead and what you call it. But nothing hateful. But being mindful is free. What lady's new show? What lady's new show, Yomi? If you're talking about Melissa Ford, I haven't watched it yet. If I watch it, I definitely will, though. If I watch it, I definitely will, if that's what you're talking about. Jazz, you Jazz, you bugged out. Hey, Brenda Goodwine, Jada Mayer, what's good? Y'all know where we at on the good YouTube. Somebody, yeah, hair. Y'all are bugged out. Ah, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, again, until I do set that page up, look in my stories. I'm gonna put one of those anonymous, what you call it, from NGL, and I'm gonna put one of them up, and it'll be specifically titled for questions and etc. Um, for GMG, which will mean for the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, and you can put those questions or things there, or whatever the case may be. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it do what it do. I'm about to get up off here. I'm tired as a mug. I've been up since like 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. I got to get up off of this thing now. But no, listen. Also, on that form or whatever the case may be, you can also give me critiques, compliments, concerns, things you would like to see more of on the show, less of on the show, how you would like to see some things differently, and I'll take that in as well, or whatever the case may be. But y'all know what it is. This is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Matter of fact, I ain't invite nobody up here. Let me invite some people up here before I get up out of here. I know y'all like some of them. Yeah. Let me put that up there. The link is coming up expeditiously. If y'all want to come up and talk to me before I roll out, don't come up here on no BS, though. Don't come up here on for no BS. Kamala for the win. That's a fact, y'all. Miss A Block, that part right there. Make sure y'all vote. No matter who it is y'all are voting for, make sure y'all are going to vote. Huh? And don't feel like your vote don't matter. Don't feel like your voice don't matter, because it does. Not just because, like I said, the presidential race is not the only one that's at stake. And your voice has greater power to those who's supposed to serve your community directly. So make sure you vote up and down that ballot, front and backwards of the ballot. If you have not done so as of yet, please do so. Tomorrow, everybody and their mama is going to be on pins and needles. Everybody and their mama is going to be on pins and needles when it comes to the outcome of this election. I just pray that a lot of people have done the right thing, done the best thing for themselves and for this country. That's all I can say about that. I can't tell you who you should vote for, Kamala Harris. But do your due diligence and vote appropriately. Don't go for the dog and pony show. Don't go for the hype of like The Apprentice. Don't go for the bullshiggery or the lies. Vote with a conscience. Vote with a conscience. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your economic background is. Vote with your gut. Vote with your discernment. And at the end of the day, be able to live with your choice of whoever it is that you decide to vote on. I'm just saying. Until next time, y'all, you're not going to listen to any of the... Why would I not, Yomi? I sure would. Yeah, I would. Long as I know it's coming in the form of a critique and that the person is not just being hateful just to be hateful. Whatever. Yo, me is the Bama. Almighty KM, she done brung them on in. Good morning to ye. Trump 2024, Kamala Harris 2024. Let the best person win. Free Palestine. I know that's right. If the vote didn't matter, there wouldn't be so many Republicans sabotaging the election. Hello. Say that again for the people in the back, 40-40. If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to go out of their way to stop you from being able to vote. Hello. Like burning ballots, too. That's a fact. Politics for the birds. But guess what, LPZ? Everybody got a dream of flying. Huh? Soaring above all the bullshit. You feel me? But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. I never said that, never Vader Way Beats. I'd never say that. I pray that some of these people that live on social media take a couple hours out of their day and go vote. That's a fact. I never listened to you. Yeah. Thank you, Cassie. Anywho, smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti-you, I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I holla.
We're one big happy family. One big happy family. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil speech.
Hey, y'all. R.I.P. to the legend and icon himself, Quincy Jones. Y'all have a blessed day. You feel me? I'm up off here. Peace.